Welcome to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. The moth has landed, the tea leaves have settled, the cookie has crumbled, and the public have spoken. Yeah! Pauline is no longer a housemate, but before we get stuck into all of that, let's meet tonight's panel. And if I were Pauline, I'd be a little bit worried because they're quite a feisty bunch tonight. First up is the journalist and broadcaster who is no stranger to Big Brother eviction night, proving that her bite is worse than her bark. Please welcome the one, the only Vanessa Feltz! She's going to be good tonight. Next up is someone who has truly earned her place on tonight's panel. She's the definition of survivor and has endured some of celebrity Big Brother's most torturous tasks ever. Being handcuffed to Lee Ryan for 24 hours to be precise. Give this woman a medal. It's Casey Batchelor. And finally, the only woman on the planet who actually wants someone to pull a Winston on her. But let's hope Kimberly doesn't beat her to it. It's our first evictee, Tamara! Oh. What a show tonight. Like, honestly, we're all sitting here like, oh my God. Vanessa,
yes.
Has the right person gone?
Well, I think so, don't you? I mean, I really do. I think Pauline somehow didn't get it, even after all these years of Big Brother and all these opportunities to watch and see how people crash and burn. I include myself in that, the very first celebrity Big Brother. I'm not saying I'm exempt, but having been there, I did learn. You have to learn from years of watching it. You know, don't be hot and heavy. Don't be bossy. Don't be oppressive. You know, just calm down. Try and have fun, for God's sake. And Pauline, I mean, I found her exceptionally sort of tyrannical and so convinced that she was right about absolutely everything and telling her, let me tell you what to do. Don't do this, do this. My God, people go into Big Brother to escape their parents and family bossing them around. They don't want somebody in there, loco parentis, saying, don't do this, don't do this. I don't know why she didn't get that. That's what I don't get.
How good is it to have Vanessa back on the show? Let her on. Case, why do you think the public went for her tonight?
Oh, I just think, you know, being in that house, she should have let everyone do what they wanted to do. She's been very controlling, and she's not really been a nice person. She's been a bit of a bitch.
Oh.
She has.
Oh, Casey Batchelor.
I'm afraid to say it, but she has.
Tam, are you shocked that she's gone?
I'm not shocked at all. No. I think we all saw it coming. She was going to get the boot this week, unfortunately, yeah.
Well, she has got the boot. Ta-da, Pauline. Yeah. Are we going to see the house dynamic change now? Yeah. Someone talk to me. Someone talk to me. Go on, Pillar.
Oh, it's a shame she's gone because she started well. No, don't get me wrong. She started okay, but it is kind of a black thing. I'm black. It is kind of like that we are very in your face and very expressive of their opinion. But
I think that's like a black thing. I'm quite in your face. And last time I checked, I was white.
For her age, and a teacher, she should
Willis has just said You wait till you get on now, girl. You wait.
For her age, she needs to know better.
For her age, she needs to know better.
Yeah, as a teacher as well.
Listen, you might get to say that to her a bit later on, Pillow. Good luck to you both. Case, you were in January. That was quite a big series.
It was.
This has been a cool 2 weeks in. Could you handle being in this house?
Do you know what? I think this house is like a really paranoia house. Having the power is just... Everyone's just worried about who's got it, who hasn't, who's going to get nominated. I mean, we had to nominate in front of each other face to face, which was hard. But this way, you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
And you're all on edge constantly worrying about who it is. So it's a very paranoid house. I think it would get you a lot.
Vanessa, if you were in there,
yes.
I dread to think what you would be doing. But how would you have dealt with what's gone on?
God, I would have detested it, quite honestly. I wouldn't have liked being in there in this kind of environment of mistrust and distrust and everything else. I think the way I would have coped with it, and only because I've learned over the years, is I would have tried to take the whole thing with a pinch of salt and just be light-hearted and not keep looking for a conspiracy theory here and a traitor over there and somebody under the bed conspiring to get me out. Just try and have a laugh, for God's sake.
It's such a harsh house this
year,
isn't
TV,
it?
It's the summer. Hang loose. Don't be so paranoid.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Right, well, listen, let's move on and talk about Toya, who on tonight's show was revealed as the latest power player in the house. So, Tamara, what are we expecting from Toya?
I think she's really going to rock the house. I think she's going to rock the boat. It's going to be good viewing, though, I can promise you that. She's not the shy and retiring type, so I think it's going to really stir some things up.
Case, do you think the housemates are going to regret voting her
Definitely.
the power housemate?
Wrong person at all to give the power to. And I'm surprised that she chose Matthew, actually.
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Really surprised.
I was just about to say, Vanessa, she chose Matthew, obviously. She was
I
like,
think-
I think that shocked quite a
Well, I
lot
think
of
she
us.
was trying to
gonna
make
go
up for their little tiff and contretemps,
Maybe.
wasn't she?
I thought she was going to go for someone like
But
Mark
I must
or
say,
something.
I'm glad.
Helen,
Aren't you
Helen.
glad, though?
Oh, no,
that she's
Helen was
chosen him?
exempt. Helen was
I'm
exempt.
glad
No,
she's
she won't,
chosen
I'm
him
right.
because I think he will at least, I hope he will temper her a little bit and calm her down because,
Yeah.
God, she's going to be a despot incarnate, isn't she?
That power's going to go
I mean,
straight to
she'll
her
get them
head.
marching around the place and doing, press-ups and, it's going to be absolutely horrific, isn't it?
We just saw, obviously,
Yeah.
they found it very, very hard to make a decision of who to come to, and they just literally plucked something out the air and went for Christopher. Vanessa, do you think that was the right choice to make?
I have absolutely no idea why they chose him. He's made no impression on me at all. I keep getting him mixed up with Matthew, to tell you the truth. What kind of a bloke is he? I can't tell yet. Christopher? Nothing special, is he?
Really?
No.
Not a fan?
Nah.
Thank you. Good bit of chat. Give him a round of applause. I like it. Right. It is that time of the week again. You all know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the Queen of Big Brother. She's rising like a phoenix. Emma Willis! It's not the first time I've seen up that dress tonight on the telly, is it?
I told that cameraman, make sure you can't see my knickers.
It was lovely. I'm not going to lie. It was a lovely shot.
I've got big ones on anyway, just in case.
She loves her Spanx. Second eviction, may I just say, congrats for getting through it.
I don't know what you're congratulating me for because that was just, I don't even know what just happened.
Was that harder than Sally Axel?
Do you know what? Yeah, because Sally Axel just kind of, she did it to herself. We've been having like Twitter banter as well because I spoke about it last week actually. So hi Sally.
Hi, Sally.
But Pauline was really difficult because she didn't really answer a question. She talked about food a lot and about cooking a lot
She
and
did
about
that in
people
the
helping
house.
themselves a lot. And I kind of felt like I was going around in circles with her and she wouldn't really give anything.
Are you shocked that she's gone?
No, I'm not shocked.
Not at all.
She had a pretty bad first week. She's calmed down this week, but I think the public had clearly already made their opinion, and that opinion stuck.
Well, this is the
you know,
thing.
which is sometimes a shame because
because
you
you wanna
try
see people
You can
change
try
and-
and change and sit back, but we said, "Do you regret any of it?" And she said, "No." So it's a bit like, well, maybe
always think we're gonna touch
maybe
on
the public.
When she comes on.
Yeah, so we'll see if you can get anything else out of her.
I'm trying to think what I'm going to get out of her. Probably a slap round the face, knowing me. You said obviously she had a really she had a tough first week, let's be fair in there. She did go for it. What do you think was the turning point for her that it all went wrong? She was the Big Brother sweetheart.
It was the Jarlath thing, I don't doubt. And like I said to her tonight, what was your problem with her? Because we didn't really seem to see any beef really, and then all of a sudden
we
she
saw was
didn't.
chicken.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden she just didn't like her, and this is what's quite confusing about this house. And I say this every night on Bots. Everything happens and it's moving so quickly that I
it
can't
really
even
is.
remember what happened 2 weeks
No.
ago because so much is happening and it doesn't ever seem to be happening for a reason. It's just all of a sudden they don't like Kimberly now. And,
I know, but this is the
and
thing,
then, in
everyone's-
3 days' time, it'll probably be Paul Winston, even though he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It's just, it seems
it's
to
a
be
really
that school ground mentality.
unhappy house. Like,
I know,
it's
have some fun, like Vanessa was saying.
Yeah!
On.
Do you think, now Pauline's gone, she was the house mother by self-admission and she was a very, very big role in that house.
Yeah.
How are we going to see the house dynamic change that she's gone? Do we think, I think the public are thinking now Toya's going to take that place?
Well, maybe, but then maybe everybody will relax because, the mother of the house isn't there anymore. Like Vanessa was saying, she kind of said, don't do this, do that. There might not be anyone there to do that now. Toya, I think, is probably slightly more relaxed. Helen, I think she's calming down after having, being
Well, we
called
see her
into
in
the
tonight's show, she opened up
being
quite a
called
lot.
into the diary room. And I think Stephen might get his own mind a little bit more, maybe. So I'm hoping that they'll start to have a little bit more fun. I am gutted, though, that the oldest housemate is out because I do think it is good to have a variety of age ranges. Yeah.
100%. Well, listen, one person we were just talking about was Toya. She's now got the power.
Yes, she does.
She's now chose Matthew to be with her. How do you think she's going to deal with the power?
I didn't think she would choose Matthew. I thought she may choose Ashley because they're really good friends. And I thought
she would have went for Mark maybe as
I
well.
thought maybe she thought Ashley was quite young and she'd just be able to do what she wanted and Ashley would just follow. But I was really pleased she picked Matthew because I think Matthew is the only one really in there, maybe along with Winston, who's just going with it. He obviously knows Big Brother. He watches Big Brother. And I think he's very dry. He said some not very nice things about me, but I'll get over it. And I'll have him about it when he comes out.
Yeah, you better.
But I do think he loves Big Brother and he's enjoying Big Brother and he's playing Big Brother. So I think maybe together they will be very good.
They will be a power
And they'll
couple.
think, I mean, they couldn't even make up their bloody minds. We're going to fall off
I
there.
know.
They're like, make your decision. I'm like, come on.
Making a decision, they've gone for Christopher. Do you think that's a smart move on their part? I
No,
can't
Toya
get
doesn't
it.
like Christopher, so she made her choice. Matthew
Right.
said, I don't want to nominate anyone. So she picked the person that, if it had been normal noms this week, she would have nominated Christopher. I have no doubt in my mind.
What do you think this is gonna-
She doesn't like him, does she?
Well, obviously not, but what do you think it's going to do to the house that they've made that quick snap decision? They've gone for Christopher. What do you think the house is going to be like now, knowing that? Oh,
Well, probably like last week when Christopher got nominated, they probably won't say anything. I don't mean to laugh at that in a flippant way, but nobody was really bothered by Christopher. And that was a shame, really, because they're a house. They should be working as a team at this point. I know the objective is to get everybody out, but it's not nice to make somebody feel like that. And he made that clear this week, and I think that it's good that him and Pauline became friends again after that.
well, listen, that's what
I
Emma-
just keep talking. I'm going to shut up. It's because I couldn't
Shut
speak
up.
with Pauline because she
Shut up.
spoke all the
By
time.
George, just
I'm
go
trying to
for
get it all out now.
She feels so at home on this couch. She loves it. Listen, that is what Emma has to say, but we want to know. Shut up!
And
Shut
you're
up!
not that orange.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm actually quite pale lately.
You are pale today.
I know,
I'm quite
I'm just trying to go
surprised.
for the cool, calm, and collected look. Can I just do this read? I've
Yeah,
tried three
sorry.
times now. Well, that's what Emma has to say. But what do you lot think at home? Because we want to know, did Toya choose the right person to join her power couple? I'm still going to go because you can vote now via the poll section on the Big Brother app, Emma. We're plugging the app again. To download the app is available in the App Store. We'll be revealing the results a little bit later on in the show. I've got to give her a round of applause, but go on, just do it. Go on, Emma, Willie. Join me after the break when our latest victim, Pauline, will be getting a right good roasting, hopefully, from me and the panel. We see in a bit. Let's have another look. Come on. Shut up. Come on, let's have a look. Welcome back to Big Brother's bit on the side, which, just like Winston, has been punching the crap out of our haters since 2011. Oh, yeah. Except we'd never attack a shark because they're an endangered species. We just want to say that. So, that's a cat. Why did I make a cat noise? So it's been less than an hour since Pauline was given the old boot, but how are the other looks coping? Let's find out.
I don't want to see you lose yourself.
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
And I think especially with that Pauline here, because I think obviously I know Pauline had issues, but she was the one person you kind of spoke it out with, almost not understood you. And I already felt it with that Pauline here, this house is going to lose control. People are just going to be bitchy.
Today
People are going to
was
be
the
tough.
first time I saw you happy, and yesterday night you were happy. And I've just watched, I remember when I first walked down them stairs and I first met you, I even had a conversation from you. That happiness, that joy, I feel it's like you're losing it in here. That's why I feel it's not good for you. Even when we had the argument, I looked at you and there was just a sadness in your eyes. And that's another reason why I said to myself, no matter what happens, I'm gonna have to have a conversation with you. And right or wrong, just explain where I was coming from. I walked away and I felt completely happy to God who made me. But I can't help but feel there's certain characters in this house. And I think you'll lose yourself in here. And I think you'll walk out of here even pissed off. Or even upset with yourself.
Not pissed off. Not pissed off at all.
Oh, no. Well, listen, that's how the house is dealing with their loss. But how is Pauline bearing up? We're going to be finding out in just a moment. But first, here's her worst bits.
Grandma, we love you.
Money, Whoopi Goldberg, ice cream.
Though you may be far away.
love Pauline. Amazing woman.
And I know you. Oh, Pauline, let me see. She always is a friend to you.
Lord, look at you two, my baby.
I will always be this boy.
Don't make me stop now.
I love her to pieces. I love her so much.
You are the most intelligent, wise person I've met in a very long time.
I love you, Pauline.
Everybody loves Pauline.
Thank you,
Welcome, you're
Pauline.
welcome.
Thank you.
Does anyone want a cup of tea or coffee?
Can I tell everybody I
Don't drink tea or coffee.
When I stab anybody, I'm stabbing them from the front, not from the back.
Try to breathe, Pauline.
Who the fuck does she think I am? Hello?
God, this is utterly ridiculous.
Does anyone want a cup of tea or coffee?
Right, I'm going to say this one more Ross Clark time.
I don't drink tea. I don't drink coffee.
I love you, Pauline.
I suggest you leave me the fuck about this off and just run it.
She doesn't show any respect.
I'll be happy to leave on radio.
I don't drink wee-wee either.
She was shocked by the power that Big Brother gave her. She claimed not to be shocked by the audience's boos, but was shocked to her very foundations by the amount of chicken Jarlath ate. Fresh out the kitchen and serving up plenty and plenty of sass. It's your second evictee. It's Pauline! How are you feeling?
I'm good.
First of all, could I offer you a cup of tea?
I don't drink tea, my love.
That's why we put it there, darling. Hey! Pauline. Yeah. Hard night for you coming out of there tonight. It was a baying crowd.
It was indeed.
How was it for you?
At least they knew my name.
I think a lot of people in this country know your name at the minute, Pauline. Trust
No,
me.
it was all right because I mean the thing is, the week that I got booed the first time, I more than expected it anyway. So that wasn't a surprise. And as an avid watcher of Big Brother, and I've watched every single series, the people with the loudest mouths and the biggest opinions always go first anyway.
But this is what I want to say, Pauline, because you're a fan of Big Brother. Before I went in, I was a massive fan of Big Brother. You were the bookies' favourite to win the show.
Really?
Yeah, you were the bookies' favourite to win the show. Everyone on the outside was completely behind you, 100%. What went wrong?
It wasn't so much what went wrong, it's just I got asked to pick out of complete strangers somebody for an eviction every week, and everybody did nothing to warrant me voting for them, so I had to find the smallest excuse for somebody. So somebody made 3 non-sharing mistakes, because I don't do non-sharing.
Do you know what I think it is, Pauline? I don't think the reason why you've got the crowd's reaction tonight is purely for the fact that you put Jarlath up for killer nomination, because like you're saying, I think we all agree with you. It's hard just to sit there and pick someone to be a killer nomination. It really, really is, and I totally get that. But we're going to touch on that in a little bit. I want to know who you think should have went tonight.
Depends if, I mean...
In your opinion, if Big Brother turned around to you this afternoon and said, Pauline, do you know what, it's going to be on the dodgy. We're going to let you choose someone to beat out tonight. In that voice, outside your mouth. Who would you have chosen to go?
Out of the 6, it still probably would have been her.
Would have been Jarlath?
Yeah, because the little digs and stuff that she'd made throughout the week, and just the little... See, the things... The audience may not have seen the little bits and bobs that she did.
Do you know what? We've got to talk about it, because, we're going to really go into the Jarlath thing tomorrow night, because you're going to be on a bit on the site with me and Ian tomorrow night. But we have got to touch on it. We've not seen these digs from Jarlath. As a viewer myself as well, we've been watching it. We've not seen these digs. What we've seen...
You're not, because we're not there 24/7, are you?
Of course, we're not there 24/7, but Big Brother does edit the show in a fair way, and, whatever the storyline is, Big Brother will go with it and show what is happening in the house that is worth watching. And one thing that we have seen is obviously the treatment of Jarlath from yourself. It's come across quite nasty. It's come across quite you know, angry towards her. But what we want to know is, now that you're out, this is what we've seen.
Okay,
You'll see
I'll
when
tell
you
you
see
what.
the show back. But what we want to know is from you, why has your reactions been like that towards Charlay? Because we haven't seen the full reason. It's just since you've gone for the killer nomination, that's fine. We totally get that.
Yeah.
But we just want to know what is the things that you've been getting from your mouth.
It was really her reaction afterwards, because some of the girls got really hyped and crazy that night, and I said to them, look, there is nobody in this room that deserves to get a cob on but her. She took it like a trooper, so everybody needs to let it go. But then what it was is she accused me of judging her via her VT. Now, I hadn't actually done that. When I told the others about her VT, I defended her VT because they were saying, oh, no, getting taser guns, she's crazy. And I said, no. She explained to me the reason why. And personally, I would have done the same as her. So I defended her on a VT, and what she did throughout the week was accuse people, not just myself, of saying things that she didn't hear correctly. And then she'd go, well, in my mind, I thought you said. But she would still treat you in a way that you'd actually said it. And that's what bugged me.
Do you regret anything that you said in that house? Because you just said, when Emma asked you, you said, no, I don't
I
regret
don't
nothing.
think so. I mean, I'd have to look back, but I doubt it very much. Because
Do you know
as I
what?
say-
I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair to you. I'm going to say to you, we're going to talk about this tomorrow night. And tonight, we're going to make sure that you manage to see some of the footage that has been of you. Because I think that's only fair that Pauline gets to see that back. We do have to be fair on both sides here.
No
And I don't
problem.
think you should be getting it all in one night. So
No
we're going to talk
problem.
about that tomorrow night. So
Okay.
I want to talk about Helen and Mark. Helen and Mark. So when you were the Powerhouse, mate, you rewarded Mark with £5,000 and you rewarded Helen with a fast pass to the final. Do you still stand by them decisions?
I do, because those are the decisions that were presented to me at the time.
Yeah?
So at the time that I had what I had, as far as... With
you change
Helen...
it now?
No, because you see, with Helen, Helen's very much like me. She loves kids. And basically, one of the things that we talked about is if I had my fantasy money, I would have a performing arts college for kids that people say are no good to anybody, because there's a lot of them out there. And she's of the same ilk. So for me, and I know that she'll foster a child if she's got the right circumstances, and that's where my heart is. My heart is with young people, so at the end of the day, for me, that would have been obvious.
Let's quickly move on to Mark, because you obviously rewarded Mark with the £5,000, which was fantastic to watch. But lately, we've seen sort of his alliance to you sort of slowly move away. I think it's quite safe to say over the past week. Have you noticed that? Have you seen that?
Yeah, but the thing is, you see, I didn't expect anybody to be allied to me, because I talked to almost everybody in the house. So for me, I didn't expect to be... I mean, I've got my two husbands.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one's breaking me and my two husbands apart from our Jezebel.
You greedy bitch.
You know, so for me, I wanted to make sure that I was cool with everybody in the house, and I was, more or less, with almost everyone. If there was anybody that had any kind of beef, we talked it out, apart from one person. You see, Christopher, I can't believe she's gone and put him up.
Are you shocked?
I am.
Why?
Because I love him to bits. And there's situations with him where you have to kind of make allowances. So once he and I got to
You've had
talk...
a very up and down relationship with Christopher. I mean, we've seen, there was one time with the shopping task when you were like, no, I'm doing the shopping task, and he got really upset by it, and then when he wanted to talk to you, you didn't want to talk to him, and then you spoke to him and he got a bit upset. Do you want to see him do well in the show?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
You do?
I do.
That's really nice to hear. Really, really
I do. He is somebody that is misunderstood, and he never came into the house acting as though he was. Okay, you found that out as you got to know him, because our first 4 days were absolutely brilliant. But what actually happened was, I'd paid him a compliment, but for some reason he didn't hear it, and he went storming off. Well, when we talked up, he says, well, my mum says I'm always doing that anyway, you know, and he said, well, you should have pulled me. But what happened was then, when I got accused of judging people by VT, I did get annoyed about it, because I don't do stuff like that. And every single piece of VT that I had seen, I could see that people were kind of faking it a little bit and just giving it a bit of zhuzh for the camera. Yeah, and you could see that.
One person who you got very close with was Stephen.
He's my second husband, you know, not my
Well,
first.
I was going to say, he sobbed when he found out you were up for eviction. How do you think he's going to deal without you in there?
He'll be all right. He's got me Jezebel. She's looking after him.
Yeah, but is he into Kimberly? Is he really into Kimberly? Is she really into him?
They're a good bounce off, because Kimberly needs somebody that she can talk to, and she doesn't trust many people in the house.
Well, one thing I really want to talk to you about, Stephen, was I've really got to talk about that grinding session.
Had to teach the boy.
Let's have a little reminder, Pauline.
Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to whine.
Yeah. Can you put me up against the wall and just quickly teach me? Come on.
And then we just work you. And you just follow.
That's cruel.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
Back it up, back it up.
Pauline.
Right, now between me and you, did you enjoy that as much as we enjoyed watching it?
Well, we're going to Notting Hill Carnival. He needs to learn.
Yeah, but that weren't just training, babe. You were loving it. Could we see anything happen now?
Oh, no.
Can you do it for me?
I thought you meant me and him. You ready?
Oh, I can't. Let's quickly move on to Toya. She's got the power now. I can't believe I've just been grounded by Pauline.
That's my new cousin.
Your new cousin, Toya, she has got the power now. Is she going to whip that house into shape?
She should do. Because one thing with Toya, H is a bit the same as well, is that, and the three of us are quite similar. We can fire off, but we can also see things from an objective point of view. So hopefully, I mean, I've got to admit, the first thing she did has upset me slightly because I don't want Christopher out, but if he is, he's coming to my house.
But the first thing she did tonight was choose Matthew. Now, that shocked quite a lot of us.
No, listen, Matthew is dark, I'm telling you. Right, Matthew is... He can see things black and white. Abby, I'm sorry, but he's mine now. He can see things from a very objective point of view. Maybe you didn't see that in there, but Matthew's he's very witty, but he can look at things in the cold, hard light of day. And what he will do, if he thinks that Toya's doing anything she doesn't, he will say something.
Am I right in saying that Toya voted for Chris to have the power? Can I just check? Yeah, Toya in the diary room yesterday, you know when you were voting for who you wanted to be the power housemate, she voted for Chris. So why didn't she choose Chris as her partner?
Because she doesn't trust him.
Because she doesn't trust him, so why did she vote him into power?
God only knows.
Oh, that might be something we need to look into.
God only knows, because everybody clocked that he was the power. We all knew he was, but he kept sort of saying, well, I'm really disappointed. But then when he made the comment about all of the popular kids were up for eviction, that's when I definitely knew it was him. I was hoping, against hope, that he had some people looking through and watching us, because I really did think that, because I didn't think anybody in the house would. But if anybody would, I would have said it would have been him anyway, because he's a strategist. That's the kind, he has that kind of brain.
Pauline, I could genuinely talk to you all night. I've got so much to ask you, but we're going to be delving a lot deeper tomorrow night on Bit on the Psych. So please, for now, give it up for Pauline.
Thank you.
That is it for part 2, but coming up, me and Pauline will be taking your calls, plus I'll be unleashing our panel and audience onto her too. Do you think you can handle it?
I can.
I think she can as well. We'll see you after this. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Slide. The show is apparently just like pornography, apparently. Low budget, filthy, and has questionable storyline, spoiler. There you go. Right, it's phone time. On line 1, I believe we've got Jacqueline from Kent. Hi, Jacqueline.
Good evening, Rylan, and hello, Pauline.
Hello, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, what's your question, babes?
For Pauline, you appear to have assumed a mother role in the house. Given that the housemates are all adults and free to live their lives as they see fit, it sort of left me wondering. So my question is, did they actually need all those mothering interjections, or was it another way of exerting subliminal control over them?
Pauline?
Well, a good few times I tried to step back, because I told everybody when I went in that I'm nobody's mama but my own child's. But unfortunately, a perfect example, cleaning a bathroom. I needed it clean because I needed to do stuff in there, so I cleaned it. It benefited everybody else, but I'd only do it if I needed to. So, you know, some
you
things...
You were the house mother, weren't you? You know, that's what we've seen.
Didn't want to be, though.
Did you not?
No, I didn't go in there to be that. I like to cook, and I'd feed everybody.
We know she likes to cook. She loves a chicken, doesn't she? Jacqueline, I think we need to get you in the audience. You sound great. We'll see you soon, Jacqueline. Thanks for your call. Ta-da. On line 2, I believe we've got Alan from Shropshire. Hi, Alan.
Hi, darling. It's Alan, the actual big brother of Pauline.
Hello! Pauline's brother!
Yeah, you got me back.
Alan, what do you want to say to your
My question
sister?
for you, Pauline, is bearing in mind when you went to the Big Brother house, I watched a few episodes, I turned off a few episodes, but I noticed that Helen and Marlon, when they were having altercations in the house, they were given the opportunity to be pulled into Big Brother house in order to rectify the issues. Now, if you were given that same opportunity with Jarlath and even given a task together, do you think that this would have dragged out the episode between yourself and Jarlath would have dragged out as long as it did?
That's quite a good question.
More than likely. I mean, maybe we would have done, but as I said, the thing is that because she accused me of doing things that I hadn't done, and then when I confronted her about them, it was like, oh, I'll have to have time to process it. It just shut me down.
Well, I feel
it
that
shut me down.
I feel that if you've got two rival siblings in the house, the fact is if you've actually got a big brother, the big brother would part the siblings and do the responsible thing. And I felt that opportunity was missed by Big Brother. And the other thing is that where you...
Alan, I'm so sorry, but we've got to go. We're going to run out of time. You're going to have to ring her on your mobile, babe.
Go to we go.
Give her a ring in a bit. The chat. Your brother. Right, it's exclusive just for you lot.
The public like her, and if people see other people making nasty comments or making digs, they are going to be
Shouldn't be making those
exterminated.
nasty comments. Full stop. They shouldn't be.
No, it's disgusting. But it doesn't matter because the public like her.
Yeah, I know.
So if someone's going to diss her, they're going to take her side.
I know.
Well,
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. Just talking about you.
Oh, yeah.
We're just saying, the public have got your back.
You should feel very relaxed.
You should feel very relaxed.
They definitely chose you simply because they knew like how safe you'd be.
You made the wrong decision.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Because you got that many cheers, that's going to put someone up basically they're going to probably go on Friday, whoever goes up.
It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
No, you won't, that's what I mean. So it's not fine for whoever goes up.
You never know.
You won't
When someone
go.
goes up against you and Charlotte,
You've got all the public
they're
behind
basically
you.
guaranteed out. Whoever goes up's out.
You never know from week to week. It changes every week, a day in this house a long time.
It's such a weird old night in that house. Right, it's Q&A time now. Feltzy, what's your question?
Well, I'd like to say it's lovely to meet you. And I'd like to say we just saw your soft, cuddly side when you talked about how much you love children and you'd love to have a performing arts academy. Why didn't we see more of that when you were in the house? Because you let the other side show maybe a little bit too much, don't you think?
Well, when we've gotten to know each other on an individual basis, so some people in the house everybody in the house knows that's what I'm into.
Yeah.
Whether or not you all saw
But
it.
the bit, for example, where Winston, when you decided to say to him, listen, I'm telling you, listen to me. When you're having a shower, nobody gets to come in the shower with you. Listen to me, I'm telling you. Take it from me, I'm telling you. And then you said to them, don't go inside. And they were like, well, we quite want to go inside, actually. You're like, no, don't go inside.
No, well, when it came... No, okay. When it came to Winston the shower, what it was that somebody had gone in.
Yeah, no,
in
I
particular.
know what it was.
Well, you know what it was.
Watching it,
Okay,
but
so
my
what
question
I
is,
wanted to
what
do.
did it have to do with you?
Well, it was
Why was it your business?
Because he was going to get fired at in a worse way. So, and I didn't say it like that. What I said to him was, listen, when you go into a show, somebody comes in.
You did say it like that. You said, I'm telling you. Listen
we were
to me, I'm
considering
telling you.
Tomorrow was the person that was being considered at the end of the day.
Your business to boss him around like that.
But it wasn't.
And that's probably one of the reasons why you're out.
Well, what I said was a lot lighter than what came after. What I said was a lot. I was trying to diffuse because I was hoping that could be the end of it because I saw what was brewing. So at the end of the day, what I said was a lot lighter than what H said to him.
In your house
because
at home,
if you
Pauline,
no,
at
wait,
home.
Vanessa.
No, but let me
at
just
the end of the day, what you saw afterwards was that it blew up.
We have
Did it
heard
not blew
a
up?
lot from you,
It
so
blew
listen
up
to me
into
for 1
something
second.
it shouldn't have been.
Because you didn't listen to a word
Go
that
to it.
Emma tried to speak to you, and everything she said you deflected. You wouldn't listen to one word. So I'm going to have a
Go
go.
to it.
I'm going to have a
Go
go.
to it.
I just want to know this. In your own home, are you so much the boss that you have got used to telling everybody what to do all the time, and you think that is the way to behave outside your home as well? That's all I want to know.
You'll have to ask my son now.
I would, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I bet he'd say yes.
He will tell you the truth, whatever it is. But as I say, what I wanted to, because I saw the big storm brewing, because there was a big discussion about this whole going to the shower thing before, and I could see it getting ready to blow up.
Did it
And I
occur to
was
you that he might
hoping-
have loved having Kimberly in the shower with him,
it
and
was
that it was
a
nothing to do
anyway.
with you to interfere with it?
On this
what happened afterwards with the others?
On this quick note, Tamara, do you have a question for Pauline?
I have to ask. I can't help myself. You know what it's like in there. Does Winston miss me?
Oh, does he? Because I tell you, when you went, he didn't know what to do with himself. We had to keep hugging him and kissing him. He was like just running around like a puppy, and he's still missing you like crazy, which is why when Kimberly went into the shower, other people went crazy about it. Now, I said that being a performing artist person, I would have possibly gone into the shower and not thought anything of it. But the others were thinking about how you would feel. But the way that they were going to approach it, it turned into World War III. I was hoping to just deflect it. Winston, just the next time you go into the shower, make sure you go on your own. Done. And I was hoping it would stop there.
Did you care?
And it didn't stop there, unfortunately.
Did you care? From our point of view, from watching it, it doesn't seem like it was a big deal.
No,
the others, but that's what I'm saying. When I'm sitting down and the others were making a big deal, and you know what he's like, he'll take those kind of things on board and get upset. So I was hoping just to say, look, the next time you go in the shower, make sure that nobody comes in with you and bothers you.
Why? Can I ask? Why did you let Helen go and have a word with Kimberly?
Why did I? Well, it had nothing to do with me. Helen's got a mind of her own, you know.
Oh, I think we know that.
And that's what I'm saying, because what I said when they were talking by the stairs was, before anybody walks backwards and forwards and listens to what you lot are saying, you need to go talk to Kimberly now. If that's how you feel, you need to talk to Kimberly now. And she didn't talk to her at that time. So then Winston came in, and I was hoping I could just say, look, next time you go in the shower, let it go. Don't let anybody come in with you. And I was hoping that would have been the end of it, but it wasn't.
Casey, very quickly, I'm going to get up because this is absolutely fucking freezing. Casey, what's your question for Pauline?
Okay, so my question, obviously you went into house and you got the power vote, you know, so I think people's acted towards you in a different way than they would have if you didn't have that power. I think people were scared of you in a way in that house. I think people felt a bit intimidated, definitely intimidated for you. And do you feel that you made people feel like that?
Well, one of the things is that they got to know my personality well enough. Because, I mean, one of the things we kept saying in the house was we think we're the happiest house that they've had on Big Brother.
Oh,
believe it or not. Honestly, Tamara, is that not so?
Have any fun in there?
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
We've had a whale of a time.
It's all everybody arguing and this and that. And I think it's a Helen curse. If you're friends with Helen in that house, you're getting evicted out.
You think?
On that note, I'm sorry, guys. As much as I really don't want to, I'm going to have to wrap it up. So give him another applause. That was amazing. Don't forget, tomorrow on Bit on the Side, we're doing it all over again. And remember, if you've got more to say than this lot, and I highly doubt you have, or you just think you're hot and getting your face on the telly, you can. All the details you need to be part of our audience are now on the screen. Don't go anywhere, because coming up, Vanessa will be hitting the reality gallery for all the latest gloss. Plus, get ready to see Big Brother's first ever boy band. See you after this. Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now remember, you can take a donkey to the water, but you can't make it drink. I'll leave that one with you. It's today's news. This morning, housemates were set a prison-based task that saw Mark and Pauline cast as the guards, whilst the others tried to struggle contraband goods past them. But this criminal record should not have been allowed.
Oh, baby, oh, baby, lick it. Oh, baby, oh, baby, stop it. Oh, baby, I think you're so
absolutely fantastic.
All I could see was a bunch of housemates that were looking at me. I said, hey, ho, here we go. Thought to myself that I'm a head explode like a dynamite when I rock the mic.
You could be my bit on the side, not like Big Brother, get in there for a ride, smash the granny out of you all fucking night. Then I'm in the kitchen sniffing cinnamon and white. Go on, have a lick.
Oh, baby, I think you're so...
I love the rap.
That's the hit single.
Oh,
number one in the charts.
Woo. Yeah. Bam.
We should chest bump. Yeah.
Can all three of us do it together? Think that'll work?
Coming in at the right angle.
1, 2, 3.
We have to give a legal disclaimer of this. Please don't smash your granny all fucking night. Then, at 1:17 p.m, the prisoners rebelled. I cannot believe I just said that on the telly. During their 5-minute break. It's like they can't handle any authority in there. Granny.
Housemates' 5-minute break will start now.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Tell me about the rules. No cigarettes.
What are you doing? Get that out your mouth now. Get it out.
Just out that cigarette.
My fucking cigarette.
And I have got cigarettes.
Well, this is done with.
You have fuck your mate. What do you think you're doing, Matthew?
I'm just making toast because.
Get it out your mouth now. What's your game? Just get your hands off me now. That's it.
I'll put it
you
out,
little
so I'll keep it
bastards.
for in a bit.
Do you know what? Take your task and fucking.
No, I will.
Stick it up your ass. I'm trying to do this so we fucking win. Not playing.
You know what though, in all fairness, it was lucky that the prison guards were keeping their eyes peeled. Yeah. Then at 4:26 p.m, housemates realised that being incarcerated is better than watching England play in the World Cup.
This is Big Brother. The hatch is now open for housemates to pick up the football results.
Yes! Yes!
Guys, well done. Hatch.
Oh, it's raw on.
Can I read them like fucking Big Jeff?
That's ours. That's ours. That's ours. Dollars.
Got beat by everyone.
What? Did they?
Fucking bastards.
Oh my God.
Got beat by everyone.
Is that it? All that? He's in the hatch and you guys just...
Dog shit.
What about the meat one?
Got beat by everyone. England lost both games.
You serious?
Yeah.
That's why they didn't mind giving it to us.
Fucking dog shit.
What's the takeaway?
Pizza.
Is it?
England! I can't believe how bad they are.
Finally, we have figured out what gets Ash excited. It's bad news. Hello, and that's today's news. Now let's head up to the reality gallery. Vanessa, if you've calmed down, what's happening up there?
Well, it's all going on here.
I bet it's all going on in here.
It is all going on. Notably, eating is going on. Now that Pauline is out of the place and she can't keep telling them what not to eat, they've gone completely mad. They're consuming acres of margarita pizza. That's classified information. I won't tell you who I had to sleep with to find out it was margarita. I thought it was a meat feast. It was not. And Jarlath has eaten, while I've been here, about 15 chocolate biscuits, one after another. The whole thing has gone insane. Toya and Matthew are being given a special bed, a sexy 4-poster bed in which to brew their dastardly plans for the house. Mark has said he's glad that he's not the powerhouse mate, because if he were, he doesn't know what he'd do. He'd wreak havoc. Other people have expressed the opinion, Helen in particular, that Toya is going to be fair, firm but fair. I don't know where she gets that idea.
Vanessa,
I'm absolutely flummoxed by
I don't want to cut
it.
you off, but we could have her on every night. Give it up for her.
Nice to see you.
Right, I've got to be really quick. Ian, right, digital, first poll.
Poll results. We asked, did Toya choose the right person to join her in the power couple? And 65% said yes.
65% said yes. We've got 45 seconds. What
All
are we
right.
talking about? Go.
Facebook Q&A tomorrow with Pauline, 3:30 p.m, fb.com/bbuk.
Don't miss
It'll be
that.
brilliant. I've got some tweets. Kylie Minogue has tweeted.
Okay.
She says, what a beautiful summer's day here in Sydney. It's nothing to do with you. Danielle Cool wants to know, though, if Jarlath wasn't in the house, who would you have given the killer nom to?
20 seconds.
Nobody.
Well, that would have been against the rules.
I would have been, but I'd...
Pauline, we are going to be delving very deep with you tomorrow night on Bet on the Site. So don't worry, I've got 4 seconds. Give it up for these two. Thank God that is your lot for tonight. A massive thank you for all of our guests. I'm back tomorrow night at 11 p.m. to Bet on the Site with Ian Lee, Pauline, plus the lovely Denise Welsh will be joining us as well. Don't miss it. Stay tuned on